Hi everybody. I'm going to do a video because I wanted to explain basically as I can in a short amount of time, in a short video about the abuse victim saviour energy, and that's what we're releasing and coming out of. That's what religions have based its energies on, and many things, even in the awakened community, the love and light community, to the ET community, to there's many representations of this, and I just wanted to share why this takes place. Now, our consciousness is, we have two different types, a male consciousness and a female consciousness. You can also represent this into the left and the right brain, the left side being the female, the right side being the male. Now, when we go through trauma, we can, and continual trauma, that stuff that's happened, you can't enter in this reality without going through trauma. It's literally impossible. We've lived in a trauma reality. Our mums had traumas, our dads had traumas. Those frequencies go down that line. Anyway, when we grow up, we can these traumas can be triggered, the traumas that we had as children, and we could start to these traumas have frequencies that affect us in a negative way. And what can eventually happen is that we have an abusive victim mind. Generally, the male energy within us starts to abuse the female energy. This is common. So if you've ever had a negative thought about yourself or pulled yourself down, and not believed in yourself or trusting yourself, what's actually happening is that the male energy, this is common. The male energy is not trusting the female energy, not believing in the female energy, could be negative thoughts to the females. So you start to feel pretty shit about yourself. Well, the female holds lots of emotions, and it needs to allow the emotions to come through, but the energy that helps her do that, the male energy, she doesn't want to release those emotions if she hasn't got the support or safety or love around her. Therefore, she becomes the victim to the abuse that's going on within the consciousness, and therefore she needs a saviour. A saviour energy can come in different forms, projecting the saviour energy onto people in their life, into religion, into I did a remote view on Diana and of her passing and dying and everything like that. And there were so many comments about when she's still alive, and I tried to point out that actually this is just the same agenda that's always been. When I've looked into this, there's many people in offices creating lots of conspiracy theories to keep people in that frequency of abuse, victim, saviour. If you are looking for somebody else to save yourself, then you're disempowering your mental side. Therefore, your mental side is not getting the energy from the heart to create the reality that you need. It gets its information from outside of itself. Therefore, you are creating reality that helps someone else. You are being manipulated outside. And this is why they brought the trauma in. The trauma came into our reality, and then that trauma had a huge effect on the way we treated our feminine energy. We started to blame our feminine energy, and then that blame caused the abuse victim within inside us. Therefore, if you've been in an abusive relationship, then the energies are in you. You're both. You're the abuser and the victim. You'll find if someone's in an abusive relationship, then they would have an abusive energy before they even started that relationship. And that may go back from childhood. So it's understanding the childhood and releasing the energies, the abusive energies from childhood, and healing yourself. And you need your heart consciousness to do that. The heart consciousness is the psychic side. It can travel back, it can understand, it can help the brain understand what happened. But it's not going to do that if you're abusing yourself with negative thoughts and not trusting yourself or pulling yourself down. We have to provide a safe place for ourselves so we can heal. And when we do that, then you've got the two energies working together, the male and the female energy, and that is not what they want. They don't want these two energies working together. They don't want you fully empowered in your body. They don't want you to feel safe in this reality. If you feel safe in this reality, then you feel safe in yourself. This combines the masculine and the feminine to come together, and it radiates out in your field, which then your manifestation becomes clearer and stronger. Many people try to manifest in just using one energy, the mental side. I'll do this. But if you've got your heart involved, then boom, it's way stronger and way bigger and clearer. Now, having the heart involved, then we have to listen to our emotions and what our heart is saying. We have to listen to her. We have to respect her. We have to allow the feelings to come through our physical body. Through all the trauma that's happened in our reality, it's disconnected the left and the right brain. And by listening to ourselves and our emotions, we connect the left and the right brain up again. Many people run away from their emotions. They do this all the time through being busy or loads of things that they do, busy or OCD, mental health issues happen when we're not connected to our hearts. I could talk about this subject forever, but they want you in that saviour mode. They want to keep you in the abuse victim saviour mode. But the only person that's really going to change your reality is you. You can change it in a heartbeat from your perspectives to how you feel, to allow the feelings to come through. But first you have to provide a safe place for yourself. A safe. Yeah, I don't believe there's lots of dead people. Well, I believe there's lots of dead people, but I don't think they're alive and they're going to come back and save the world. It's just an old energy. It's just that's the old frequencies. You are going to save you. You change your life. Therefore, you give yourself credit for what you've done and what you've manifested, what you've achieved. You should be proud of what you've achieved. So, that's my little rant for today. We do have a Q&A tomorrow at 7 p.m. Love those Q&As. And it's where people all different from around the world get together and they ask me questions and I remote view. And we had some really good ones. And there's a catalogue because I do them every couple of weeks of these Q&As. So you can join up and there's some really interesting information that comes through. One that shocked me, but I shouldn't be shocked, was about marriage and how marriage was, because our evolutionary rate quickens up and through partnerships. So they brought marriage in to lock us in because it would have to be an energy of having to be with a partner rather than wanting to be a partner with our partners. So when you marry, the first few years of marriage is quite difficult because you've gone from wanting to be with somebody to having to be with somebody, and that's on a completely different frequency, and it takes away the want, and that takes away the freedom. So marriage, that's why it was brought in, because of the dark was scared of couples, and because when you're with somebody, it speeds up your evolution. So, okay, I'll let you be. And thanks for listening. You take care. Bye. Oh, before I go, I have new courses. So I teach this. I teach people to connect to their hearts. I teach them to go in their timelines, to connect to past lives, to connect to their traumas and heal themselves. And I've got new courses that start in November. You can check out my website and see the dates, and if they're suitable and you want to join, then it'd be lovely to have you on board. Okay, you take care. Bye.